Hey everyone, this is Joakim Comic Center, and this is my first Instocktrades comic book haul for 2020. I can't speak now because I haven't done one of these videos in forever, and certainly not in front of a camera. But I'm just trying to save myself some time by not editing a bunch of slide shots together, and I'm just gonna pick up some books and show to the camera, and I hope that's fine by you. Happy to see you all again, and these videos won't be as frequent now when I'm studying, but I will try to assemble as much of books that I've accumulated over the last 4 or 5 months now, show you everything. So let's do this. First things off, I'm gonna start off by showing you the manga books that I picked up. There's about half of the haul actually, but yeah, we'll start off with the last volume of I Am a Hero, and this is volume 11. The last volume collects 2 volumes in one out of this zombie manga series, and it is really different from The Walking Dead, I would say. We have other zombie series out there. There's a lot of zombie mangas out there. High School of the Dead is another zombie manga that I've followed. I tried Hour of a Zombie for volume 1, but never really caught with me. And I guess Attack on Titan maybe is sort of zombie manga, but whatever. I'm a Hero, very realistic take on a zombie, and it's sort of weird in places, but that's what makes it a manga also. Rambling on, this has been too long since I made this. Next volume. Next up we have Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma, volume 31 and 32. And there's about 4 more volumes of this series, and then the series is finished and closed and done. And so sad about it, but volume 29 or 30 really is the peak of tension when it comes to the series, I guess. And yeah, we're just rounding up the series with these last volumes, and you can see that I'm reading this right now as I'm filming this video. Then we have another shonen series that I jumped on the same time that I started with Food Wars, and that is My Hero Academia. So we have volumes 20 and volume 21 with Endeavor on the cover, and volume 22. And no idea when this series is gonna close up. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be anytime soon, because this is basically replacing Naruto in the placement of our kind of hero sort of manga, and works just fine to jump into this series if you're just average superhero comic reader and wants to start off with manga. You can jump right into this if you don't want to take too much big of a leap from hero comics. You can just buy this hero manga. And this next volume is Ultraman, volume 12. These take so damn long to come out, probably 1 or 2 volumes a year, probably not even 2 volumes a year. And I shouldn't overhype this. It's solid storytelling and superhero comics or manga. But the reason you buy this is because of usually the awesome covers of different Ultraman suits and everything. But this doesn't show that, really much more teases to new villains. But Netflix made a series out of this one in a sort of computer animation kind of way, not drawn anime, but yeah, take what you get. You can check that out if you're maybe hesitant about picking up the manga, but I would suggest the manga. It's real good. And last, for the manga bit of this haul, I have 2 hardcover editions out of the Full Metal Alchemist. This is volume 6 and this is volume 7, and they each compile 1.5 of the original manga volumes that they released years ago. The series is finished since forever, and the reason why I'm picking this up is because it's my little brother's favorite manga series, and I really like to know why, but I'm keeping his word to it and keep on picking up these volumes. I believe there should be about 7 more volumes to finish up the series. Okay, I pretty much rushed through that manga bit out of the whole, it at least felt that way, but that's just so I can get to the comic books. And now we start off with the independent comic books. First off, paperback. And you know, I rarely pick up paperbacks. Mangas don't count. They're all paperbacks, almost. But this one is one of the very first series that I picked up when I started this channel, or I think even before I started the channel. And that is the Walking Dead Compendium, Volume 4, finishing off the Walking Dead series. And the TV series we shouldn't even talk about because that will never finish, because yeah, we're just gonna get spin-off after spin-off apparently. I stopped following after season 6, I believe. And yeah, this finishes off the comic book series, and I have no idea what he's gonna do. I haven't heard too bad things about how it ended. It's always, when it comes to a comic book that's ending, that's pretty much is gonna be the definitive moment if this is a good series or a bad series, depending on how it rounds up. So that's why we never have to worry about Batman or Spider-Man, because those series are never going to stop. But yeah, I'm excited to see the finish of this. Next up, I have a series that I picked up out of curiosity of how much the character was censored with it in its animated series and the live action movie. And that character is the Mask. This is volume 2, and I kind of forgot if I actually shown you that I also picked up volume 1 all those months ago. But yeah, I have the Mask Omnibus volume 1 and 2, and these are reprints out of the old printings. And yeah, my god, did they censor that movie and that animated series, because bloody hell, this is violent. And Stanley Ipkiss is kind of a maniac, and that is really shown within these books. And yeah, so if you're interested in picking up the Mask, there's this comic book series of him, which the live action show and movie oriented from. Live action show, no, sorry, animated. You know what I mean. And yeah, it has tons of superhero quotes or Easter eggs and everything, and kind of ploys on the whole comic book genre and overall. And yeah, that's Mask. I feel like I'm rambling so much in this video. Next up, hardcovers from Image, and this is Lazarus, the 3rd collection book. And I believe we're gonna have 1 more volume at least of this series. I don't know if it's on hiatus or not, but really looking forward to it, because this series is dope. Next up, we have some IDW collections, and this latest one is Transformers Volume 10 out of Phase 2 in the Transformers IDW line. There is a new Transformers series that is coming out with, well, Volume 1, but I don't think that has anything to do with this current line. And there are rumors about a Phase 3, just to round up all of the IDW collection of the series. Really looking forward to it, but after Phase 3, I'm out. There are enough Transformers volumes out there already, but it's still good. And the second IDW collection that I picked up is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing series, Volume 9. And I think Volume 10 has come out by now, but I won't be picking that up until the next Daredevil Omnibus comes out. That's probably what I'll do, because hate to miss out on that one, because the reprint already is unavailable on Instock as I'm filming this video at least. Hope it's back on track because I want everybody should read that. But yeah, Turtles. And last but not least, for the independent book companies, the biggest books are from Oni Press. And this is Letter 44, book 3, rounding up that series. Once I got this volume, I started rereading from volume 1 and read straight through to this one in like 2 or 3 days. And it's amazing. I really like it's pretty kind of interstellar, maybe not really, but space. Basically, politics and space, that's what it is. And if you're interested, you should check out review videos out of this series and go find out yourself, or pick it up a trade paperback. And the very last independent comic book, also from Oni Press, is the Six Gun Volume 6. I'm gonna do the same thing with this series as I did with Letter 44 and start rereading from Volume 1 up till Volume 6, just because it's been so long. And it basically, I read the first 2 volumes after each other, after picking them up, but then I never knew that the series was this long and that it would take all these years to get all these out there. So just to refresh my memory, start reading from volume 1 up to this, and I'm sure it'll have a satisfying conclusion because this series has been awesome and it's a very, very fast read. Okay, next up, Marvel. And not many Marvel books that I'm picking up. You know that although the wish list on Instocktrades right now is 50% Marvel Omnibus that is coming out later this year. But I'm gonna show off the Marvel books and then we go to DC. Starting off with the Omnibus that I picked up from Marvel, and that is, without a doubt, of course, Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, Volume 1 by Bendis and Malieve. And I remember years ago when I bought the Bendis run in trade paperback form from a friend of mine, and I think I read those 10 trades in 2 days. It was the best thing that I've read at that time, and I think that is how I discovered Brian Michael Bendis and how he writes it like the best TV show ever. There's tons of dialogue all over the place, but you're not afraid of it just to go into it. Sometimes you might feel, ugh, I would have bought a novel if I wanted this much dialogue, but no, it flows so well. And yeah, it's some best drama I've read since Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah, can't wait for Volume 2 to come out so I can start reading this series. And the other book that I picked up from Marvel is a paperback, and rarely pick up paperbacks nowadays just because I want the hardcover format. It seems to last longer and has longer shelf life. Can you say that? Yeah, but at least I've heard so many good things about this book, and my god, they were all true. I picked up the SpiderMan life story by Chip Zdarsky and drawn by Mark Bagley, one of the best Spider-Man pencilers out there. He basically drew all of Ultimate Spider-Man. And yeah, this is a 6-issue miniseries that pretty much compiles the Amazing Spider-Man's life if it was drawn out, if he actually aged the same time as when he was 15 in 1963 and the first Amazing Fantasy was published, and basically growing all up to 70 to be in our age now in the 2020s or 2019 when this was published. And pick it up. I don't want to take anything from this story for you because it was just beautiful. Yeah, the best Spider-Man story that I've read in years, probably. Next up, DC. First out is the new Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 4. And I was a little hesitant about picking this up because now George Perez is out of the picture. It's not his artwork anymore. But I looked up the artwork online and still looks pretty good. And Marv Wolfman still on the writing for this book, and that kind of helps. And I really want to know more of the aftermath after the Judas contract within volume 3 of the Omnibus series. And still same matching kind of spine, finally getting Nightwing on one of the spines. And yeah, this really is the X-Men series of the DC universe. I really got that when I read the first 3 volumes, and I think I'm gonna stick to it as long as it delivers good teenage drama, I guess. But yeah, it's a good series for the time of being. Not reading many of the old Silver Age, Bronze Age stuff, just because I want the modern artwork, but this is pretty close, just modern. And then we have the Batman books, and we start off with the Batman Rebirth Deluxe Volume 4 with a black spine and new paper stock that is not glossy. And I'm not gonna complain about that as much as other people, but I do get it. But I guess that with this paper stock, you don't, whenever you have the reading lights on, it won't reflect as much. So I guess that's good, but I think it's cheaper on their part. And there is going to be a volume 5 coming out this summer, and there are not many of the Rebirth books that goes that long, I believe, or anyone. So I'm glad that we're sticking to Batman at least to keep on publishing it in the oversized format. Hope DC will keep their word on it. And last but not least, we have some of the modern Omnibuy from DC. And yeah, this is Batman Eternal. And this is the second time I own this in some sort of format. I did have the trade paperbacks and read those, but when they announced the Omnibus, I knew I had to get it, and I reread it, and it reads more fluently than ever actually collected like this, at least in my opinion. When I picked it up, actually it's the third time I read it now, I remember I picked up the comic book single issues when it came out, and that was a drag. That I can believe that it was a difficult read, because you wanted to have a tighter story with this big, grand, year-long mystery with Batman, and pretty much half of his rogues gallery involved within this one. And yeah, Batman Eternal, take it or leave it. And then last but not least, our final book, a Batman book, the Batman Omnibus by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Collecting the first half of their Batman epic storyline, and I really hope that they're gonna release volume 2, because I made the rookie mistake of selling my 10 standard size volumes before they have announced the second omnibus. But I do have my hopes up, just because this is Scott Snyder, that they will stand for their volume 1 here and actually release a volume 2 follow-up of this series, so we all can enjoy Scott Snyder in oversized artwork one day. Whew. Yeah, and that's the haul for this time, and I don't think I should make any promises on when the next video is going to come out, but it's been fun to actually do one of these videos again, and hope you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll leave my Instagram accounts plus my portfolio box links down below in the description, so you can see what I'm actually trying to work on now when I'm studying visualization, 3D rendering and everything, trying to make digital pictures, digital worlds and everything. And yeah, you can all check it out in the description below, what I'm working on, and you can follow me on Instagram so you can see some updates on when I'm actually getting in this stuff to this place and just piling it up for the next haul video. But till then, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and thank you for liking and subscribing, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.